Well, we're live, and I really hope that finally I'm able to set up this streaming with StreamYard so everyone can hear me on Facebook, on YouTube, wherever you guys are. I really hope you can hear me well, but we'll check this in post. First of all, awesome meeting everyone and seeing you guys again. I know I've been MIA last week. We've been under crazy week, packing up our stuff and everything from Portugal, coming here to Playa del Carmen, Mexico, where we plan on staying for the entire winter, just being snowbirds. What's better than that? 30 degrees Celsius outside. I'm here with the AC, feeling all nice and cozy. So everything is really fantastic. Today, I want, like every week, we're going over your guys' questions, and today I'm gonna split it into two. One was a question that was recently, let me even turn it down a notch. One was a question that was posed to me by a client today. Someone joined our program, Local Service Mastery Program. For those of you who are not familiar, let me give you a quick introduction. So my name is Lior Vaknin. I'm a business coach helping home service business owners learn how to generate their own leads. And one of the prerequisites and one of the requirements to joining the program is that service business owners would have a WordPress website. Okay, why WordPress? There are many reasons, but let me just mention a few for you. One is the fact that WordPress is the most common website, CRM, CMS. Basically, it's your website management platform, and then it's the most popular by far in the world. Okay, so with it being the most popular platform in the world, it has unlimited amount of plugins, integrations, developers. Everything you can think of is very easily accessible with this platform because so many people are using it. So whether you think, how can I receive text when someone sends a message? Okay, there's something that does that. How can I integrate this and that? There's, for everything you can possibly think of, there's a way for you to integrate it into WordPress. So that's number one. Number two, you own the website. Okay, WordPress is built on something that's called open source, and with it being built on something that is open source, you own the website. Unlike a lot of platforms where it's really easy for service business owners to start off with, whether it's Wix, Squarespace, what's the left? There's the the GoDaddy, just landing page that they're creating. There's a lot of different stuff. Shopify, even though it's more for e-commerce, but I've seen a lot of service business owners who just start off with, just something that they can do themselves, and it's much easier to do it with Wix or Squarespace. But when it comes to the money time, you need to move to WordPress. Now, those other platforms are paid versions, and you don't own the website. You're basically leasing it out. Okay, so what that means is that if you want to move and take your website and go to a different provider, different hosting, different whatever, you can't really do it. Okay, you can manually copy the text that you wrote or whatever it is, but you don't own the code. Where with WordPress, you can take it to whatever hosting you want. If you don't like working with this guy, you can move it to the next. You can store it locally on your computer. You can do whatever you want. Why? Because it's open source. Okay, and so and there's also like SEO reasons and stuff like that, integrations that are much easier and working way better with WordPress, but we're not even going there. Okay, on the more basic fundamental way, WordPress is your way to go as a service business owner. So this guy joined in today. And I told him, listen, I can't really take you until you have a WordPress website. We made some sort of a deal where he'll join fully only once he have a WordPress website. Now, the main question is, okay, what's the best way to do it? Because right now, if you go to a web developer or whoever it is, they'll charge you thousands of dollars to do this migration. So what I'm going to show you right now is the easiest, simplest, and cheapest way for you guys to transfer your Wix website into a WordPress. I hope you're listening and I hope you're following because we are about to start. Let's see if I can do here. Okay, so let me open up whiteboard online. Start a whiteboard. Okay, now let's share the screen. Okay, I hope everyone can see it. Okay, so basically the process goes like this. For you to transfer your website into WordPress, here's what I recommend people doing. Step number one, most likely if you built your website on WordPress, the design is not really good. So step number one would be buying up from Theme Forest. Excuse my horrible handwriting, but that's what you get. So you buy up a theme. You go to Theme Forest. Okay, let me show you. And you look up your industry. For instance, the guy that joined me in my program today was a painter. Okay, is painter. And you look up a theme for painter in WordPress. Okay, now you can see those have ranking, how much it costs. And basically what it allows you is to mimic those sites and have a complete duplication of this website for $60. Okay, let's do live preview. And we'll want painter. Let's say we want this template. Okay, now when you buy it from Theme Forest, you get it with something that's called dummy content, meaning that all of this would be identical on your website. Okay, now you got this. What's next? You don't want to leave it like this. You have your own content, your own images and stuff like that. The next step would be, after you have a theme, you go and you basically go into a Fiverr freelancer and what you ask them to do is to upload this WordPress locally on either on their server or on locally on their own computer, okay, which can be done. I'm not going to go over it in this tutorial, but you ask them to get this dummy content and put a WordPress up with this dummy content and theme that you bought. Then you ask them to take your site and migrate all the content from your website, which is still on Wix. Okay, let's call it www.painter enter. Come on, .com. Okay, so you're still here on Wix. This website is still on Wix. You're not touching your website just yet. Okay, this is still, let's say, on Wix. So this Fiverr guy, okay, he will charge you anywhere between 50 to 200 bucks. Okay, it doesn't need to cost much more than that. People in my program, I give them my guy, a person that I like working with. But in any case, you just go on Fiverr, and let's go on Fiverr, and let's try Wix to work. No, you don't even need this, to be honest. You just go into WordPress data entry. Okay, so you write down WordPress data entry, then there's a lot of people that will come up in this search result. Okay, and you will explain them what I just explained to you, that you want to send them a file, to have them upload this WordPress on their website, and add your content into this template. Okay, and change this content. Change it with your logo, with your number, email, so on and so forth. Okay, so after they've done that, the third part is for them to install something, a plugin. Okay, remember that I told you that everything works on plugins with WordPress. So then what you need to ask them, locksmith, let me go into one of the templates that I have. Then you ask them to install a plugin called All-in-One WP Migration. Now, what is this plugin? Okay, this beautiful plugin, what it does is it allows you to back up your entire site and import this content. Okay, let's say now I want to export. I'm clicking on export to file. I have my entire WordPress. I don't need to deal with code. I don't need to deal with database. I don't need to deal with anything. I just duplicate it and download it to my computer. Once I'm doing that, every time I'm uploading my website into, I'm uploading a WordPress into a new domain, I can have a brand blank WordPress, and all I need to do is just click on import, and all my website with all my content, images, so on and so forth, all of it goes back, and it's as if nothing happened. Okay? Another thing I'm always telling my clients is that you do this backup at least once a month. Okay? When changes happen and stuff like that, because if you get hit by malware, if you forgot to pay your hosting, whatever the reason may be, you always have a local backup of your website. Okay? So they export the website that they've created locally. They export it with the images and your content and everything, and now you have a file. Next up, you can go to, let's say, Bluehost. You can go to what's the other cheap one? HostGator. Okay, one of these hosting companies, and they allow you in one click. Basically, you create an account. In one click, you're able to upload a WordPress. Again, you don't need to deal with code. They do the whole thing for you. Once you upload the WordPress, you install this plugin. You go into plugins, add new. Write down all-in-one WP migration, you install this plugin, you activate it, and then all you have to do is import. And by you doing that, you saved yourself thousands of dollars. Okay? So again, I want you guys to understand. People are like, why are you sharing this? Like, why are you giving all this valuable information for free? I tell you why. Because this is a preliminary stage. This is not the real juicy stuff where I teach in my program how to generate your own leads, how to run your Google ads, how to run your Facebook ads, how to do local SEO. All of this is what people get inside the program. But this is information that I want you guys to use, and I want you to basically implement. So when you get to the stage where you're like, okay, I'm ready, then you'll be able to come to me ready to get started and just join the program. So that's really it regarding the how to set up the WordPress, or how to convert your Wix into a WordPress website. I want to see if there's any comments. I don't see any comments so far, so we're good on that part. Another thing that I want, let me just stop this screen. Another thing I want to mention, and this is just my take and my thoughts from this, I don't know, what is it, like 2 weeks that we've done the challenge. I created the challenge where I said, okay, we're going to do what usually take people between 2 weeks to 4 weeks of setting up the Google Ads campaign. I shrink it down into, I thought, 2 days. We ended up finishing it in 4 days. But what I found valuable is that I'm always experimenting with my program, with my coaching program. And I thought that people would want more time, okay? Not just the 6 months program, they would want a year. But what I found was that the opposite is true. People want to get it the least amount of time. So what I did was shrink down the time that it usually takes for people, where it's like, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and there's like 30 modules that you need to go step by step. And we've put it all down into 4 days. Every day it's 2 hours, and you can set up from scratch, from the get-go, all the way to the most advanced level and answering questions, and we're setting everything up together in 4 days, 8.5 hours basically. You can set up your Google Ads campaign from start to finish. And this is a valuable lesson for me on what people actually want, and it's a reminder that people are looking for results. They don't care about how long they'll be with you. On the contrary, they want to make it as short as possible, but for them to get results. So this is just like a quick side note. Now anyone who joins our program already immediately gets access to this 4-day, where he just goes into this challenge. In 4 days, they're able to get their Google Ads campaign from non-existing to the highest performance ever. Basically over 30% conversion rate in the service industry. If this is something that means anything to you, you know what I'm talking about. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you found it useful. If you did, make sure to leave it down in the comment section below. And also make sure to like and subscribe to this channel, and obviously share it with friends who might find it useful. If you want to learn more about the program, there's going to be a link down in the description, and also I'll leave a link down in the first comment below that you can check out. And if this is relevant for you, you're welcome to book a discovery call. That's it, guys. I'm going to see you here next Thursday. Been a pleasure. Looking forward seeing you guys next. What is it? What about the tacos? That's fun. So the tacos are amazing. I just told some friends here in Playa del Carmen that I found the most amazing taco place just you know, it's a pleasure after being 1 year in Portugal, where there's a lot of benefits to it, but not so much of a great food. The tacos here are great. So I'm glad you asked. That's it, guys. I'm going to see you here next week. Peace.